The plot thickens. So, picking up on the conversation. So, Ryan doesn't know anything about devil worship, but there was something about the scrying. Used to read books about black magic and satanic rituals.
So you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan,
Or
that
are
you
you?
claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all. And some people simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
Ooh.
This.
Aptitude test. Yes?
We ask students to fill in an aptitude test. Medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing. Any medication that they have used in
Tons
the
of
past.
personal
Any
data.
medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Oh, touch wood, so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this?
Fair. I don't know the game.
How much importance they actually give to this test? And
Don't know
what
the
are
game,
they
Cat
doing
Puns.
that's so disturbing anyway?
No worries, Goose. No worries. I appreciate the lurk. I appreciate it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Better go ask people about that test then. So let's see. Did they have to take one? Also, I can ask them the other questions too. See what they know.
A few more questions, if you
It's
don't
getting
mind.
pretty late, but they're still opening the
Did
door.
you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. But they didn't actually ask for any proof, so I could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting.
Oh. Fair enough. You found the liar? Who is it? Cat Puns, I really don't have the time to play any new games. I got so many games already, so I don't have any plans on getting any new games. I also can't afford new games, so no. My wifey, she is sus. She is sus. So
What
Lisa's
do you know about
accusations.
devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
Okay. Doing well. How about you? Vandalized car. Let's see.
Have you seen these before?
No. Don't know the car.
Interesting. Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
move on to Emma.
Probably be back later.
Nut sus. I don't know what you're talking about. Live and kicking, waiting for time to go to work. Nice. See, I think we're almost out of questions.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard.
It's
Okay,
a rumor. Aptitude test.
Have you seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something similar in on the first night at Atlas. One of those aptitude tests. No, fitness and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. He says, nah, she's not
Thank
giving
you.
us much.
Probably be back later.
Let's do Rebecca at the pub. Why is the torch red? I don't think it has any significance. I just think it is the color it is. I know you can buy them pretty cheap. They come in packs of 3, so you get a silver, a blue, and a red one. They're all over like eBay and Amazon, like, and they're dirt cheap. They're everywhere. Dollar store.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Aptitude test.
Do you know anything about this?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas? What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
Oh, there's no questions regarding to the flashlight, so I can't
That's all
question
for the
them
moment,
on the
thank
color
you.
of the flashlight. We don't even know whose flashlight it is, so it's just a tool in the game, so I can it's so I can look into a shed where
A few more questions,
it was dark.
please. Thank you.
Let's see, Atlas.
Can you tell me a bit about this, please? It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
Yes.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had 1 or 2 psychological problems and she couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And did you change anything else on the course apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
No. Or demanding refunds. But the thing is, so Lisa's accusation is that he said you it's not possible to be damaged by the self-hypnosis. But she couldn't handle the course techniques. See, that doesn't mesh. That doesn't mesh at all.
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced
That's
the
an
test.
easy one.
The hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had 1 student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense.
No.
Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students.
That's
Inspector.
not
Company
true.
Policy. It's not professional.
That's a lie. That is a lie. You did
Admission
with
that
Emma.
Kate flirted with him.
You
There's
did
no
with
way Paul would have
Emma.
turned down an opportunity like that.
Let's see. Where is it? Pendant. Let's see. Where is it? Emma's guilt. Once tried to date Emma, and then he says he never gets into Relationships. So that is about Kate. Kate was drunk, possibly spoke to her. Last saw her on Friday. Only met Kate a few times. So where would that be? Kate's argument. Hand symbol, Atlas Freedom. Hi, Jakob. Thank you for the 250 biddies, dude. Let's see. Third eye. I need to find out where he said it. Avoids relationship with students. Here it is. He is so full of bullshit.
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
Okay. 10 p.m.
10 o'clock, it's getting late.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
Yeah, because no one is gonna answer the doors at some point.
I don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
Whoa.
Ah, so it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
If you play the cards right.
Only if you deal.
Ooh.
Problems? Hello, Inspector.
They're into the spankies.
See you later.
Well then. Let's go into the restaurant. What is this? Oromorph.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Oromorph. What the hell is Oromorph?
Ask you a couple more things, please. The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is that?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
What? Wait, excuse me? Your friend of the family gives you too many?
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Wait a mo.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
She said she doesn't take drugs. Yeah, it's morphine, but doesn't take any drugs or medicines.
Aha. So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me. They're Ryan's. For some reason,
Wait, what?
the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
That makes no sense.
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So
Fair enough.
Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might
Well-
have a word with him, work out exactly what this
Yeah.
medicine is.
That is weird. Typically used for cancer according to online. Interesting. Yeah, because I've never heard about it, and I know a lot about painkillers. Or a morph. Okay, I want to ask Paul first.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Let's see. Yeah. Ryan's
When
arthritis.
did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
let's
Probably
see what
be back
Ryan
later.
thinks about that.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Let's
Tell
see.
me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes. I'm
yes.
old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector. And sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem.
You could have
Makes
said
it
some in
difficult
both
to hold
hands.
Small things there.
What do you take for it?
I
some in
get
my
a
hand.
prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
He's got drugs everywhere.
That's
Okay.
it for the time being. Thank you.
Interesting. Let's go to Eden and talk with Simon. Oh. What do we have?
What?
Oh. Something fell out. Drugs indeed. He dropped something. And he didn't even hear it? It was quite
Bit
loud.
careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this
Oh,
stage, I need all the clues I can get.
It was quite loud. And he didn't hear it, so he's drunk out of his mind. So a card and what was it? A medallion? Saint Bernard? And a business card. Aztec Dean Hayfield, Managing Director. It's in town. It is in town. Well, let's talk with Simon about it.
A few more questions, please.
Drunk and drugged.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Fair enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah. That's just a pin for something. It's okay. I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything.
No, it's not important.
What is it? Keeping secrets, are we?
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
You just dropped
Right.
them.
Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off.
No.
He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really.
Car.
It's a new car as well.
Wait, what? You drive a bike? What? He owns a new car and yet he drives a bike? Bike is the only way Simon can get to work. You are so full of bullshit.
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
No, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall
fair
from
enough.
an insurance
Fair enough.
payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
Think I'll check it anyway.
Fair enough.
Must have been a
It's
very
how much he
nice
owes the
laptop
dealer
to be able to buy a car with
$1,905.
insurance, or
And
a
the
very
plot
cheap
thickens,
car.
indeed.
Might have to have a
Inflation
talk
Stoiss
with
gas
Ryan about his
prices.
security measures.
Well, okay then. Indeed. Okay, so he doesn't have a license. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You shouldn't be driving without a license.
Thank
let's
you.
go talk to Emma
Probably be
about the
back later.
car. She might have some contradictory statements about it.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it,
Oh,
which I hadn't backed up or saved. Not that it mattered much, but I did buy a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And Simon uses it now. Whenever.
Wow. That's cool.
What do you know about this?
He just kept it?
This is Simon's.
Now
I
it's
bought this
evidence.
when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
He can't keep anything.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
Okay. Arthritis?
Did you know about Ryan Round's arthritis?
Arthritis? I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
You're not the only one to say that, so...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I also believe that he is lying about the arthritis. I think he's either he's drugging people or he's just getting high off of pain meds. Driving full-size farm tractor before I even thought about driving a car. Same.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry.
Nope. Business card?
Have you seen this before?
No.
And she doesn't know anything about the laptop.
Be
Okay.
back later on, if that's okay.
Okay, let's try and go for Paul.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of a sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
So, wait a minute. He never said it was an IT consultant. So Paul just immediately recognized that it was an IT company without knowing? Wait, what?
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
Oh, no, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system. Twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
Fair. Well, in that case, it was a good thing. Okay, so let's ask Ryan.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
He needs to answer. Easy mode, lol. She's going at the moment. She said, my wife isn't cooking. I would know due to the fact that I'm next to the kitchen. You would. So Ryan. Don't want to go to work. Fair enough. Okay, so we gotta ask about this laptop.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Let's just start with the...
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat
Again.
and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
Again, he also immediately identified the card as being an IT consultant, but it doesn't say IT anywhere on it. It just says Aztec, Broadway Industrial Estate. So he knows nothing about it, yet he identifies it as an IT consultant without any prior knowledge.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Laptop.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
True.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Interesting. There's something that's been bugging me. Because he said he keeps painkillers at work and at home. But when he was questioned about the drugs, he said doesn't allow drugs or alcohol onto the premises. Nope. Okay. Doesn't keep medicines on site. Aha, I knew there was something. I knew we had something. Doesn't keep any on site. Yes, you do.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers.
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access to them.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
Well, you still lied.
Painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, really?
Oh, come
Raleigh
on,
already said.
Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
It has to be. The thing is just, was it Rebecca giving it to her or was it Ryan? Because both have access because it's both at home and at work. But it could be someone else at work, though, if it's not locked up securely enough. Could have been Paul. He has access. You don't trust any of these folks. Me neither. They are really sus. But there is another contradiction, though. Because if he says he keeps the morphine secure... Because that's what he claims. He also said that the storeroom isn't particularly secure.
Aha.
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I kept them in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
He's all
It's
over the place
upstairs.
now.
It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad.
1905?
Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
1905.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
Business card. 1905. Okay,
Thank you.
Let's check out
Probably
the
be back
safe.
later.
Let's check out the safe. Upstairs. And we use it, flip it. 1905. Bruh. Seriously?
Welcome to the mirror room. This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self,
Nani?
which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us.
The fuck?
I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from
This is
my
the third
image.
eye, yeah. This is the third eye.
From my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing,
did that auto
threshold
start?
testing, and extreme testing. Please
Extreme?
read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
Extreme. Extreme? Well then, let's go down and talk with Ryan about that. I go brain dead and be a slave. Don't listen to the chanting and the mantras and the brainwashing. All that with the zippity zoppity and the googity goggity, yo.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then. Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
Or
How
don't
often
escape.
is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
Well, I know
Thank you.
exactly
Probably be
who
back
to
later.
talk with now, because Simon had the code. So if Simon has the code, then that is where he was going. Simon, I know it's late,
A
but
few more questions, please. Thank you. Do you
gotta
know
talk.
about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
What's it used for?
But it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
But you
Not
don't know the
true.
combination.
No.
not true. Not true. Druxenstead room? Because, no, that wasn't the storage room. That was the mirror room, so it wasn't that room, though. But he says he didn't know the combination, and we have the business card. Wrote his pin on the back.
Aha.
Boy, you're lying.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except
You did.
you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon, that
You lied.
you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
Well, pin combination,
You see,
potato is a
this
code.
sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
He was jacking off.
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
Yeah, same thing in my book too.
You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death.
What?
Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both
So there was morphine
Together.
in the room?
we were trying to outdo each other.
What?
We both tried some morphine.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part
If
of
I
the
take a
course.
handful, you take two.
To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago?
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
11.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an
quite
hour left to solve
possibly?
this thing.
Okay. We haven't visited James in a while, so let's go to James. Okay. Scrying supplies, maybe?
Ask you a couple more things, please. Recognize this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
The turn of the eyes? Oh, the key ring.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Okay. The mirror room. Not really much he can offer.
Well, that's all for the moment. Thank you.
Let's go and have a look and see if he dropped the boxes off in any of the greenhouses. No. Let's take the big one. She got too high and scared herself to death when looking in the mirror. I doubt it. I think it's more sinister. Maybe. Oh, boxes. Amazon, who dis? Wait a minute. That's
So James
Poppy.
is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
He's making heroin? Interesting. I think he's dealing in more hallucinogenics than you initially thought. And I think it was Rebecca that was talking about him actually having something to do with also growing marijuana.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind. What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Yes.
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Pure
Decoration.
opium.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that?
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Could be.
Let's hope not.
Could be. But he's probably not going to tell me anything.
If that's okay.
Okay, let's go and talk with Paul.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Poppy seeds.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pods?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Mirror room.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
It's pass out training.
Thank you.
Go in.
Probably be back later.
Self-hypnotize and pass out. Okay, so we're gonna talk with Rebecca. See what she knows. We're getting close. Like, the game ends at midnight, as far as I know.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Okay.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across
Go
anyone
on.
trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Fair enough.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Let's do Simon. It's getting quite
A
late.
few more questions, please. Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Okay.
Where did he get it from?
I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
But I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was
That's
an
bullshit.
opium derivative.
That's
apparently,
bullshit.
so-
That is bullshit. He is not allergic to opiates. He is not allergic because he said that he and Kate were taking morphine in the mirror room. That is bullshit.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room.
He is not
That's what
allergic.
you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did though.
I thought you were trying to outdo
taking
each other.
vitamins.
That was the point, wasn't it?
Vitamins.
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
We're trying to do each other.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Oh.
To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me, and the other person's the...
Victim.
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing.
Yeah, but it still sounds like pushing people over the
Ryan
edge.
wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
It's still
She
illegal.
died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Well, if she was
Atlas seemed to
very
have this all
high-
neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
If she was very high on opiates and she passed out near the lake, she could fall in and potentially drown. That would not necessarily be a suicide. That would be an accident. But the fact that they are popping them with pills, that's second-degree murder. That's
Thank you.
not
Probably be back
good.
later.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards.
Okay.
I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Okay. Poppy?
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Mirror room?
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course.
Fair enough.
That's all for the moment.
Okay,
Thank you.
I wanna ask Paul about this. Because he's got to know.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
It's money. It's straight up money. Best of the best, sir. Little men in black for y'all. Yep. Does he know anything else
Be
new?
back later on,
Let's
if
go to
that's okay.
Rebecca. We're so close to cracking this case now. Rebecca!
A few more questions, if you don't
Get out
mind.
of here.
Do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas, it's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
But?
Mostly they aren't up to it.
And what happens then?
They get sacked.
Well, shit.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay. So basically, you either become the best, or you get fired. There we go.
Just keep pushing.
Who's having a baby?
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep
Ow.
pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to. Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me.
Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
Yeah, he looks super fine.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test. I thought
that's extreme.
you were supposed to be good at working things out, Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments.
Ooh. Spicy. Ooh, keys.
Well, well.
Car keys.
You really should take more care of your things.
Free car.
Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Interesting.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Could that be for the Audi? There is an Audi. Let's see. Whoop, whoop. Knew it. Ooh, what do we have? Is that a check?
Bingo. Well,
that's
Ryan,
a check for Kate.
What have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Well, he didn't want to slam the door. Thank you for the hydrate, Jakob. Both Paul and Ryan can drive. This is not Simon's car. Simon was the one who did not have a driver's license yet. So, different guy. Let's go talk with Paul then. Wait, why am I picking the map? It's just this way.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a check for £500?
Wait, what? 500?
I've really no idea.
Wasn't it 1,500?
Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Oh, 500. Okay, fair enough.
Better ask him.
You think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Okay. Well, I guess we can ask Ryan about that.
Later.
Ryan. So we're gonna go in and talk with Ryan. Let's see what he's got to say.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yup.
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500, Ryan?
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
She died.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal
Hush money?
No.
Hush money.
Well, I'd like to keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
Also, he was driving a Ferrari, and now he's driving an Audi TT, so he downgraded. I'm just gonna say he downgraded. But he's full of bullshit. Because he said that money was meant as an incentive. Or was that his dad that said that? Also, I haven't asked him about the
Know
poppy
anything
seeds.
about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector.
Opium.
But I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
What?
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a wonderful top job. It's a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part
Well, you did recognize
of 2
it.
months trying to undermine Kate. No.
Just saying.
Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
It's a stretch. But I'm pretty sure he said something about not coercing. Because that was that was Lisa. Lisa asked for a refund. Emma's guilt. He said something. Yeah, there it is. Student aren't coerced or bribed in any way. I knew he said something about a bribe.
So?
Knew it.
Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way.
No, apparently not.
Except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and
But you
testing
said they aren't
their
tested.
commitment.
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Best student become part of the assessment. Is that an aptitude? No, that is in boop, boop, boop. Kate's argument. No, it is part of not the auto hypnosis. It is Lisa's accusations, aptitude, vandalizing. Where would that fall in? Because the mirror room, when was it he said that they aren't tested? Yeah, students aren't tested. And then he says it was part of her assessment. No ulterior reason for given. Had hurt Kate want to leave assessment. Had something that said, yeah. So Ryan said students aren't tested. You just can't see it. It's right there. But he said the assessment part, so I have to find it so I can put it in and use it as a counter. Let's see. Aptitude, because I was going for the aptitude test, but that is not where it is. It's not about the car. It's not about the guilt. It's not about the theft. The mugging, the auto-hypnosis. Gave Kate money to test or assess. Yes, there it is.
Aha. Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference! If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility.
Is it though?
So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
Yeah. We're there. This is the end game, guys.
A few more questions, please. Thank you. Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
So you don't force them into being tested?
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
You don't use threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours.
Okay.
He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Probably
let's go to
be back
Simon.
later.
Is Simon the killer? What do you guys think? Is it Simon? Or is it an accident? Did they just go too far?
Ask you a couple more things,
It's
please.
midnight and they're still up.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered. I don't think she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest. She's just not really prime candidate material.
That's all for the
Let's
moment.
ask what
Thank
Emma
you.
thinks.
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate?
No.
Pretty?
No, she never talked about Atlas.
I think she's going for the pretty
Be
girl.
back later on, if that's okay.
Angle. Paul. We gotta clear this up now, Paul. Something.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
So we don't use threshold testing, though they still had the CD in the mirror room.
Aha.
Mm-hmm.
You say you don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul, because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room.
And the dude with the spike
I've
in his
listened to
hand.
that CD, and it
In
very
the
clearly
woods.
mentions threshold testing. You keep batting this away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well, that depends on how far you push them, doesn't it?
Well, we certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if you really want to know, 50 grand.
Ooh.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You
So
don't
by
get this, do
giving her
you? We make
500
perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean, perfect employees?
They're just paying her 1%?
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push, greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan.
Wow.
There's nothing at the end of the rainbow, except what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
You're gonna have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
Okay. No further questions, I guess.
I'll see myself out.
I guess you will. I am busy.
Lovely man, your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
Eavesdropping.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him.
He's a policeman. We can't just...
You sort this, Ryan. You man up and you sort it. Tonight.
Yeah, you think it's the old guy? The father?
That doesn't sound good. Two
What do you
totally
all
morally
think? Who
bankrupt
did
men
it?
are plotting
Who
to get
actually
rid of
did
me.
it?
It's midnight. I don't have
Yep.
any backup, and
Okay.
I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. What's
Yeah.
Kyle got to do with it? I think I
Let's
might
go
make
and
my
see if
way
we
over
can
to
get in.
Atlas while Ryan... Damn.
Ah, he
I
locked
suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
Well, obviously. Let's see, are they in the clearing now? God damn it, again? What's happening in that clearing? That's the drunk dude. Yama, yama, yama.
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
What is this? What the hell? Scotland Yard. Not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting. So,
why are they still doing that?
Let's have it.
I don't
They
think
should
you'd
stop.
understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
What?
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate, and interfere.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
Drop the knife. The knife, Kyle!
Kyle.
Drop it!
Drop it.
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
Simon. Now, I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me that
Simon killed her? Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
any more likely than you, Ryan?
And then he just kidnaps the girl.
Pig! I know.
Was that with the
Police
knife?
brutality.
Oh. Other hand. He did it with the other hand.
You okay?
Rude? You were just saved.
You save someone from being sacrificed, and that's the thanks you get. If that wasn't an occult ceremony, I don't know what is.
True.
The Rands have been lying all along.
True.
But what's Simon going to say about Ryan's accusation?
He's probably going to say that that's not true. I think heading over to Simon is a good bet right now.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Yeah, Amanda's here. Okay, so Ryan's accusations.
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
What? Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please.
We have that piece of tape that points to Rebecca.
See that pattern on the tape there?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you something. See this pattern? I look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
We
the
saw that
same
in the
pattern.
window.
This
But
has
we
come
couldn't
from the same roll of
investigate.
tape as this.
So?
So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan. He gave me this piece of tape when I was in his office once. Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see how much she would do, how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else. Then they go and hide it somewhere.
So a license.
It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, all right? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake. Kate finds out. She goes down looking for it, probably drunk, and she falls in.
find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense if you know anything at all about how Atlas works.
But Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
He lent it to you.
But I didn't kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
It won't be. I didn't kill her. I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
He's running. He's running. He took off. He left. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Where the hell did he go? Thank you for the lurk, Zero. Well, let's go ask Emma.
Couple more questions, if that's okay? Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate?
No, definitely not.
Have you seen this anywhere before?
I've seen it somewhere, but can't remember. Sorry, no.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
In that case, Rebecca. I think we're close now. We're hitting the end.
A few more questions, please.
I think Rebecca did it.
Did you know Kate Vine was a prime
Because
candidate?
she taped up the window.
No.
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know, because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago?
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
That's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Last saw the tape, and let's go for the broken window. You are so full of shit. There we go.
Aha. You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago, is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see, the reason I'm asking is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license, found at the scene. The tape that only Ryan has. Ryan,
Yep.
and of course, you.
So what are you saying?
Who's got the tape now?
She did it.
Do you know where it is?
She
No.
did it.
No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Okay, well, that's fine. Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca! Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
You're not going anywhere.
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
There we go.
I think
There we
you
go.
had better tell me what
Motive.
you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know? Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him. Not only did she sleep with him, that whore did it just for his money, our money.
How did you work that out?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving license thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her. When she came out, I told her where it was, said someone had just run off into the woods with it.
You led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got a big stick. I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her,
Pushed her down.
She slept with my husband.
She didn't, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
Yep.
Who? Emma.
Yep. Yep, that's
It was
the one.
Emma.
Yep.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down and will be used in evidence against you.
Yep.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You fucked up?
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted? And what really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire.
Sequel?
Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He
Sequel?
gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all.
Look at this.
I get the feeling there's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
You're gonna have to excuse us. Atlas is closed for the moment, but we'll be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
Sequel. There we go. There we go. That was the end. I do doubt that they will make a sequel though, because I think this game came out in 2015 or 2016. So it's already been 7 years-ish. 6 or 7 years. But they definitely leave it open-ended. Definitely. Wow. That was interesting. That was an interesting game. Really, really interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you really enjoyed it. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Way to leave room for the DLC. DLC? These kinds of games don't have DLCs. It's a complete story. Well played, thank you. Probably not gonna happen. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, 2015 by Numa Films. So, yep.